Let me ask about discontent before we go to how conflict in itself presents itself and how, you know this person. We are now in the thick of conflict. But in terms of discontent, so when I'm unhappy with a certain element, there are those who, retreat to their cocoons, not talk about it, and go into this quiet, you're giving the silent treatment. There are those who you come home and you just see that look and they explode. So at the moment where there is discontent by one party, how do you start handling it?
Well, it's a skills issue.
Yeah.
I mean, the problem is that people are not taught, as part of their schooling, if you like, how to resolve conflict. You're supposed somehow to just automatically know it. People don't in practice. So people acquire a conflict style through their childhood, through their teens and so on, but without testing it in a relationship. How can they? They've not been in one.
Right.
Now they get into a relationship and suddenly they're having to use their conflict skills. And they've got to be changed, because it's quite a different thing to have a row with another boy in the school playground. That's one type of conflict style. So another style is required when it's your spouse and you've got to go to bed with them tonight. Now, it's a very difficult thing for people to pick up those skills. They should be taught in schools, but we don't. No. And that's the problem.
Yeah, but when you think of discontent also, you're probably, hinting at a situation where you're at work and then you generate a problem, or you encounter a problem at work, and then you go home and you realize you're also not very happy, either that particular day or generally with your life. Then when you get home, the other person will walk into your situation. Yeah, so you're already unhappy. And if anything they do, like even drop their jackets on the chair, you pick it up and say, how can you do that? Take it to wherever. Even though he does that all the time, but probably you never notice.
On this particular day.
On this particular day, how do you just drop your jacket there? And so you get it out there, and it's a way of... The other thing about conflict, I'm not saying it's an entirely good thing, but it's a way of ventilating. Yeah, sometimes when you have issues, they can build up. There are a lot of things we overlook. Chris always says, when you're in a marriage, then you're living the real life. But then sometimes you're thinking about a situation where that real life is hurting you, but you don't want to just keep every week you're bringing something out until one day you get an opportunity or an excuse, so to speak. And then everything just boils over. And then you start reminding the other person, you remember even over Valentine's you did this, Christmas you were like this.
A record of wrongs.
And the guy is like, why didn't you ask me that time?